right, folks, another episode of the Short Shift Podcast. This is your host, Thomas. I've got Ian, I've got Andrew, and we've got a team that just went to Florida, had an opportunity to win 2 games, won neither, but still came home with 2 points. I think all 3 of us had them winning 1 of the 2. So we're coming home with the points that we thought we were going to, but does it feel good?
We really need to change the format of the scoring here, of the standings points.
Yep. It is.
It's working in our favor right now.
Yeah.
It is. So don't change a thing, actually. I lied.
Once you're in a playoff position, you want to keep the format exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. I mean, you have you have some teams that are really benefiting from that. Vegas has a raw win-loss record of 26-30, and they are, I believe, as of recording, in first place in the Pacific.
They are in first place in the Pacific by 2 points with 2 games in hand.
Mm-hmm. So stupid.
Yeah. By the way, the Bruins would be leading that division, which is an interesting little thing there.
Yeah.
This team I'm pretty happy. I don't even feel bitter about the Florida trip. I feel bitter about some of it, but nothing has to do with the result of the game.
We'll get into that, but
what do we really want here? We went into Florida, and the purpose of that was really make sure that the Panthers weren't able to gain a bunch of points on you, and they weren't. You expected to lose to Tampa because they're beating everyone right now. Literally everyone. They're better than the Avalanche right now.
Yeah.
Like, you played the hottest team in the league and then the most desperate team in the league, and you came away with 2 points. I'll take that all day, especially with the 2026 Boston Bruins.
Does it change with the, I would guess, the score effect of that Tampa game? Your opinion doesn't change at all? You're just taking the aggregate and
I don't know what are you saying? I didn't.
We were up 5-1, Ian.
Yeah, but see, this is where you get into the frustration, because then what fucking happened, right? Like, there was so much scuttlebutt that you sit there and go, okay, how seriously do I take this result? The penalty killing unit has been bad. We'll talk about that, I'm sure. And obviously,
I got a stat for that one.
You should hold on to the lead. The only part that really bothers me about that game is you were up by a goal going into the third. And the refereeing had nothing to do with you not keeping that lead and winning that game.
There is something to be said about momentum, I think.
Sure, but you got the reset. The intermission you are professionals. The intermission is supposed to be a reset, and it is a reset.
It is.
God knows Sturm isn't going to use a timeout unless someone shoots him in the fucking leg.
Mm-hmm. And even then, I can't believe after the Florida game he said.
Did you see the quote? Did you see the quote of why he didn't take a timeout?
Didn't he say it would have been a waste?
It would have been a waste of time.
Come on, dude. The guy.
What does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
Sturm is good at his job, but there are aspects of his job that he should delegate out.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Can we ask, what does that mean? What do you mean it would have been a waste of time?
I assume it wouldn't have changed the result, is what he was saying.
It's a riddle. And it's
a non-answer.
Yeah, it's a
riddle me this.
Yeah.
Do that, but say it in German.
In-game management, love them to death. Don't like them not taking a timeout when things started coming off the fucking rails. Mm-hmm. And obviously, we'll talk about it because we saw some shootouts this weekend, and it was not exactly what we wanted to see getting
no one
rolled
likes
out
the
there.
Shootout.
I still fucking hate the shootout in general.
No one likes the shootout, Sturm included.
Yeah,
but I mean,
sorry, you were making a good point.
No, I'm like the shootout choices. Everybody and their grandmother is pissed off with them. Let's look at the other night in where the fuck do they play? Sunrise.
Yeah,
it's a makeup fucking. It's a dumb town name.
Yeah, it's also inconvenient even for people who live there.
Yes.
Isn't it like 45 minutes away from public transit?
Basically, yeah.
Good fucking job.
It's close enough to like West Palm Beach and Miami and all that shit. It's in the middle of kind of nowhere, but that's Florida. Yeah. It's just a flat wasteland. Anyways, So let's look at the Florida game. Who'd they roll out there first in the shootout?
Arvidsson.
Any problems?
Not really. No. Yeah.
Plus, he scored. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But RV is. I mean, he's a skills challenge type of guy. I'm fine with that.
So and then we rolled out who?
Who's Dadinov? Oh wait.
No, it's just Dadinov. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was also fine with that.
I was a little more dubious.
Yeah, it wasn't the exact pick, but there's worse choices that he could have made.
He had won a shootout this year.
Yes. But still a guy who can rip a shot.
Yep.
So then we bring out who?
McAvoy. This is when I started going, what are you doing?
This is, I mean, it's the third shot. That's your anchor. What are we doing?
You can win the game with this.
You can win the game with that. I don't.
He didn't even
hate-
get a shot off.
And you know what? Honestly, kudos to Bob because the poke check was beautiful.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Really good work.
It was. I mean, and
He
Matt
was
had
huge in
no
that
idea
game.
it
He was
coming.
really good.
Yeah. So not in love with the finish of it. I didn't hate the first, or I didn't hate RV at all. Hoos is fine. Like, maybe not the best pick, but definitely could have been worse. And then to bring out Mac in basically a closer situation, that's the problem, though. You don't really have a closer. The closest thing to it, you'd probably say is Pasta.
Yeah.
It's not that great in the shootout.
How is he? He's not, but he has a dangerous shot.
Yep. Or
I don't know.
you have one of the best pure shooters in the NHL. Also in your back pocket.
So where's your what would your three be?
So this has nothing to do. I think you're making a good point, which is it's not exactly about the three, right? You start off with Victor Arvidsson, fine, good vibes in the game. He played well. Who's Dadinov was all over the place in that game.
And-
the McAvoy choice gets weird.
Yep.
That's where-
it starts to be okay. You're overthinking it.
Right.
Like whatever your reasoning is for marching out McAvoy in that spot
yeah.
it's news to anybody else except for you. Why are you doing it? You just like honestly, like if Max scored there, we're probably not having this conversation.
No, we're definitely not.
But the next time we go to a shootout, we could still be like, like he's run Mac out there multiple times.
May I
are we
offer
doing?
something here?
Go ahead.
It's also
Hold
before you
on.
do
This
real
is
quick.
really important. This is the best point to make about the shootout.
Okay.
There is a player in this game who scored twice in a shootout manner against Bob, who is not Pasternak, and is none of the skaters that were chosen.
Would it be
Asamont
13?
was all over him. Bob couldn't track him. Why not go with the guy of you scored on 2 breakaways straight? Why not do a third?
Him coming out as the third would have been fun for that reason.
Yep.
But if he didn't score, people would be shitting on it, being like, why are you rolling out Mike?
I
Mason?"
would argue until I was blue in my face. The guy scored twice on breakaways. Give him the chance for his sort of hat trick. I don't even think people would have argued with it. I think everyone would have gone yeah, okay, that makes sense. He was
Asamont
hot.
gets enough heat that somebody would have probably said something.
Somebody always says something. People are still talking about trade pasta after the last couple of games, which is just.
I mean,
fucking absurd.
well, guys, here's another thing. I think Sturm hates the shootout. He brought out Peak earlier this year.
Yeah.
He hates it. He's actively.
But what point are you making? I hate it. So you're going to
It's the same.
purposefully.
The point is the same thing as the timeout. I don't want
Yes.
to waste time. Let's just lose this shootout and get the fuck out of Sunrise, Florida.
Not even lose a shootout. Just I don't really vibes. I think I think once again he's trying the vibes thing. He tried the vibes thing with Peak because if Peak scored in the shootout, we'd be losing our fucking minds.
Yeah.
And the
But
team
if it
would
was vibes, why isn't it Asamont?
Yeah.
that's a good point.
This is what I'm saying. Is it just I can't find a rhyme or reason to why he does what he does in shootouts. And there's shootouts. Quite frankly, we're arguing about something that doesn't fucking matter.
No.
It doesn't fucking matter because by the time we get to game 83, where the Bruins are still playing, hopefully, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, doesn't happen. And if you fucking miss the playoffs and you start talking about the shootout losses, you have a bigger problem. You have a bigger fucking problem.
I loved the overtime period.
Yeah.
You guys notice that Minton was out on the ice for like almost 3 fucking minutes.
Yes.
And
Exhausted.
he was all over the place. I'm going to give credit in this game. Obviously, we know who scored these goals. And it wasn't who should be scoring the goals. But can we just give credit? I'm sure Andrew's going to take a little bit of a victory lap at some point about Patra. Patra and Minton were both fantastic in this game, constantly emptying the tank. And I genuinely think Patra was looking at the success that Steve's had when he first started getting some fucking playing time in Boston this year, and is saying, that's what I'm going to model because coach loved that shit. And I'm going to be that guy. And that's exactly what he was last night.
Did you that forechecking shift in the third?
Non-stop, dude. Relentless. He has not done that at all this season in Providence. So hats off to him for fucking storing it up and fucking unloading it against Stanley Cup champion.
He got boarded. He got boarded in the run of play in that. He got right up and just kept. He just would not leave him alone.
Yeah, he was obnoxious. I loved it. Honestly,
also,
that's what he needs to be doing.
Also, I don't know if you guys remember, but Ian went on a rant a couple of years ago about Potter doing some slew foots in junior.
Yeah,
he kind of pulled one.
Yep,
pulled that out of his bag.
It was genuinely funny that once the second period started, the refs wouldn't call the Bruins for anything. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't. They the Bruins could do whatever they wanted, and they weren't getting called.
Do you think that was a makeup for the high hit to McAvoy?
I think it's just incompetence. I just think these guys fucking suck at their job.
I think they were all on vacation this last couple of days.
Pasta certainly was.
I'm talking about the refs.
No, I know.
I think the refs need this break and worse than the players.
No.
Oh.
Like, holy shit. Did you know we are the 4th team in the last 50 years to commit 8 straight penalties without one being called the other way to the stadium series?
Why do I feel like you said we're the what was the beginning of that?
We are the 4th team in the last 50 years to commit 8 straight penalties in a game without one being called the other way.
And doesn't it feel like we're also like one of the other 4?
Like this year?
The other 3? Like it feels like that.
Yeah.
The Tampa game was 2 different games.
It felt like a glorified exhibition.
It genuinely was. It was a Fisher Price game, wearing Fisher Price uniforms, playing in a Fisher Price fucking setup, and with Fisher Price rules.
And having Tim McGraw with Fisher Price monitors.
Tim McGraw was awful.
He was awful.
So
they've neutered Subban so badly with these interviews. Like, this guy is again, hate Subban, but this guy is entertaining. He's entertainment personified, and yet he sucks at this job. Like, someone's giving him bad advice, and the national broadcasters, man, I fucking.
I left some room in the itinerary for you to rant about this because I know you want to rant about
fucking him. Job. Do a little bit of research. Don't have your flashcard of 3 points and hammer them for 3 fucking hours. Yeah. Know something about the teams. I mean, they refer to Kucherov as not a scorer. Like, who the fuck is Kucherov?
You mean the reigning 2-time Art Ross winner?
Right. And they're like, well, you don't typically think of him as a goal scorer.
What do you think of him as?
What is fucking ridiculous? It's just, they're bad at their jobs. And Thomas, I want your take on the interviewing the 2 baseball players.
Jesus Christ.
Which one of them, both Yankees, fuckface wearing a Boston sweater underneath a jacket because you needed a jacket, bud? Seriously?
Yeah.
Way to represent. And then the other one being a Tampa guy, also a Yankee, though, doesn't say a fucking word. Mm-hmm. Like, who is this for? You're pissing off every fan base involved in this. Yeah. Even the Yankees are pissed. Like, who is this fucking for?
Yeah.
You're the baseball guy. I just wonder if you saw that and you were like, what are you doing?
I'm aware of it. I did not watch.
Okay.
I did not watch the interviews. I don't give a fuck what Cam says. I don't give a fuck about any of them being there. And there was a good amount of Yankee players there. Their spring training is literally across the street. Like,
well, they're a bunch of losers.
I get it, but yeah. The broadcast itself also, can we just point out, like, we had to watch. I was so pissed off with the end of that game, obviously. And then the insult to injury was the fact that they were going to do the post game and they're still wearing all the fucking pirate cosplay. All the fucking theatrics. Like, I'm all about it. Ian, I know you're a theater kid. I know you do the fucking skits before every episode, and you are completely into putting some more into it, entertainment value into it.
Yeah.
It was fucking cringeworthy for the entire time. And then I said right before the game started, I was about to tweet it out, but we gave up a goal so goddamn quick I couldn't even get it out. But I was like, the only reason I'm excited to see Tampa score is to see, in a hockey element, them shoot the cannons off the ship like they do for the Bucks. Mm-hmm. And they didn't fucking do it. Yep. What a fucking waste. And then insult to injury at the end of the game, they roll out a fucking micro peen sized cannon and go, and that's all you get. Like, it was so fucking dumb.
Oh.
All the things that they could have leaned into and utilized, they didn't do, but instead they have all these fucking what's the Halloween store? The Spirit. They got Spirit Halloween. Everybody fucking raided the Spirit Halloween truck and fucking threw on stupid ass pirate shit, and that was what they thought was going to be a good pregame. There was no good analysis. I agree with you. Subban, not my favorite guy in the world, but entertaining, naturally antagonistic in a smart way, not a biz way.
Yeah.
And it was a letdown, but walking into it, knowing that it was going to be on ESPN, knowing that it was in Tampa, it wasn't the Winter Classic. It was kind of like a microcosm of what they want the Winter Classic to be. It was probably a better version of the Winter Classic comparatively, but it felt like it was going to be a letdown. So the fact that they gave up the first goal and then piled 5 on straight, ecstatic. Goalie fight. We got everything we wanted. We should have turned the game off right fucking then and there, because it all went downhill after that. Because we got penalized.
Well, this is over.
We got penalized non-fucking stop. What did McAvoy say? He's like, there was 8 minutes of 3-on-5.
When did the game turn? When did the game turn? Well, I don't know. Probably when they had about 8 straight minutes of 5-on-3. That was a great quote, by the way.
Yeah, it was perfect. But yeah, it's. I have so many frustrations with it, but like by the end of that game, like, I mean, once they were within a goal, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
right. It was like, this is what's going to happen. Yeah. So I stopped giving a fuck at that point, just because it was just like, all right, they're not calling anything, they're gonna score, they're gonna get an extra attacker or whatever the fuck they're gonna do. This game's at best going to overtime. And we got exactly, honestly, a mixture of what we deserved, because let's be clear, the Bruins could not stay out of the fucking box because they were committing stupid fucking penalties.
Those were real penalties. Those were real penalties.
100%. Or at least 95%. But the
refs can be incompetent while the Bruins can be undisciplined.
Yep. It's absolutely a tale of two things. It just sucks because there was multiple calls that were missed, and it felt it's hard as a Boston fan. There's some bias, but it's hard to say that it didn't feel purposeful. Mm-hmm. And I don't like complaining about refs. You guys know I don't really complain much about refs. That game was very, very affected by refs, and to be honest, the Panthers game was too. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just a bad couple of days, and you don't like seeing that shit affect a game, especially when the players are taking it into their own hands. A fucking goalie fight, and you're going to over-ref the rest of the game? Like, these guys, like, let them fucking play.
Yeah. Well, I was, by the way, fine with the goalie fight. I saw a lot of people criticize that. It's the perfect setting, and Swayman's wanted to do this forever. It's entertaining as hell. This is exactly when to do a goalie fight.
He got it out of his system, probably.
He got it out of his system, and he said as much. He said, I'm retiring from fighting. He got his one fight. Yeah. He's like, I'm good. He also committed 2 penalties himself.
Yeah. It was just so undisciplined, and it's like, you can get pissed off at the refs because the refs did impact the game in a negative way.
Yes.
But you also have to be pissed off at your team, because it's not like this is the first time that we're committing a considerable amount more penalties than we're taking.
The Boston Bruins have spent 360 minutes shorthanded this year.
We will be well rested for the playoffs.
Yep. Just so everyone's aware, 360 minutes is how many hours? 9?
6.
6?
Yep.
6.
Is my math that fucked up right now?
Yep.
Yep.
6 hours.
I was going to say, I was like, 9 hours? That's more than a full day's work. That's a full day's pay right there. But it's still kind of true because we all only, if we work 9 hours, you really only work 6, right?
Yeah, well, the government's got to get its piece.
Nice.
You know, so they can pay for an island.
Well, I mean, you spend 360 minutes shorthanded, and in the last 15 games, your penalty kill percentage is 62.5%.
It's a problem.
Don't keep mathing. I'm all fucked up right now. I can't math.
It's
no more numbers.
I'm about to take another shot.
This is math we have to address.
Yeah.
This is math we have to address.
Honestly, do either of you feel like you know, and like you can watch the individual plays and see the mistakes that get made in lifetime, but in your head, is this a systemic issue on the PK? Is this what the PK has really been all year and it's just gotten some really good goaltending to kind of cover for it? Or like, do you see the real problem behind all of it? Because honestly, I couldn't tell you a quick fix for it.
No, if there was a quick fix, it would have been already fixed. It just sucks because it was like, it felt like, and I don't think it was just timely goaltending. Early in the season, it was a strength for us. But it was very early in the season. We're talking about like the first couple weeks. We are a long time away from it being a strength on this team. Now it is an absolute detriment, and I do not know how to fix it.
It feels like they were the most successful when they were swarming. The PK doesn't swarm anymore. I think they were learning the system, and while they were learning the system, they were kind of filling in the gaps by being aggressive. And then once they learned the system, they kind of sagged back. Once they started sagging back more consistently, the goals kept the penalties, when the penalties kept piling up, then the PK kept piling up. It could also be the fact that they've spent 6 hours of game time shorthanded. Maybe there's some exhaustion there.
And we would be doing a disservice by not mentioning over the last 2 games, you are missing Elias and Zaka.
Yeah, I mean,
Elias and Zaka, two very key. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, key for that, but also just in general, it's like we got up 5-1 on the hottest team in the NHL without our 2 top centers.
Yep.
There's
backhand toss by Patra.
Yeah, there's a little, I guess, caveat, pat on the back type thing, but you have to be able to close that game out. If a 4-goal lead isn't safe, regardless of what penalties are or are not being called, like there's that. I don't know how to be any more depressed about that game.
Yeah. Well, bright side, they're still undefeated in regulation when leading after 2.
Bright side is they wore those jerseys both games, and both games had a terrible result. I didn't want to see them to begin with. I fucking think they're hideous. But now you.
The only thing I like about them is the white gloves.
I say no, but white gloves I'm not a big fan of. I don't think it doesn't look good to me. That's like Pond Sty, if anything. Like it's like I'd rather like the tan gloves, the gold gloves, and stuff like that. It's like there's at least a little bit of flavor to that, but like the white just feels like they just gave up at the elbow on those jerseys.
Yeah, I think you said that when it got released.
100%, because the second I saw even the logo before they released the jersey. When I saw the logo, I was like, these are going to be fucking dog shit.
And you were right.
Yeah. Dude, last night, those yellow jerseys versus that fucking, the awful fake throwback that the Panthers have.
The Panther looks like an old man.
I posted a picture of a wrestler from like the 1940s wearing just like the underwear trunks. If you look at that logo, if you look at the Panthers logo, I swear to God, that logo, he's wearing underpants. He's wearing like navy blue underpants in that drawing. It looks like shit.
Okay, hold on. I have to look at it.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up. Awful jersey matchup. I think Sully I think Sully might have posted something about that. Somebody did. Maybe it was somebody else. I think it was Sully though. If it wasn't, I'm going to give Sully credit. It's just, I from an aesthetic standpoint, last night was frustrating to watch. The second I saw that they were wearing the yellow again, I was mad. It's like, we got to go into the Olympic break, and that's what we're wearing. Speaking of the Olympic break, are you guys like excited more or less after those last two games?
Oh, I'm not excited at all.
No. Oh no.
I'm actually more excited because this team needs a rest. I mean, I don't know how much of a rest they're going to get. We have 9 players.
I think he meant excited about the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. Are you excited? You excited to watch? You're excited to watch the Olympics?
Yes, and curling.
Okay, I'm not excited right now. I know I'll get there. I need to see just a random ass fucking game. I need to see Finland out there or something like that. And I'll be
hell
okay,
yeah.
I can get there. But I'm just.
By the way, I can't unsee the underpants. Good job.
Anybody listening to this, I hope pulled up their phone if they're not already aware of it. Just how did that get through? Everybody who signed off on that jersey or that logo, it's okay. Does nobody see that? The only thing, boys, that's gotten me even remotely excited about this Olympic break, and I don't mean the break, I'm talking about hockey, Olympic hockey, is the new Miracle doc that came out on Netflix. It got me a little bit fired up. Just the story behind it or whatever, and just the patriotism and shit like that. Because regardless of what your thoughts are on this country right now, it's hard to feel like we're doing well.
Yes,
it
genuinely makes
united.
It genuinely makes me not want to root for the U.S. in these games.
I always root for the U.S., but I always root for Sweden too. There's no way around it. And
hell yeah.
I'm hoping Latvia goes full Miracle on Ice for them. I watched that documentary 2 nights ago because honestly, Thomas, you were the one who was like, I know you know this story inside and out, but you got to check this out. Yeah. Blown away. I could rant for an hour on that. I loved it. Mm-hmm. And I will
Miracle a lot.
Yeah. Oh, all the time. Yeah. Once the playoffs come around, I basically watch it daily.
Nice.
I said basically. I literally watch it daily. But
we all have our comfort movies.
Yeah, we all have our autism. I will say, if you're thinking about watching the documentary, you should. It's really, really great. But it's really heavy on these great relationships between the parents and the players. And if you don't have great relationships with your parents, that's going to hit like a fucking brick.
Yeah.
And there were moments where I started tearing up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What's a documentary about hockey, damn it?
I mean, that was definitely the angle. I don't think it was a huge part of it, but that is where they drew some of the emotion. A lot of the emotion is the natural story where it was just the country was in bad shape. Real bad shape when that happened, and there wasn't a lot of pride in the U.S. Yeah. And that is kind of mirrored here, modern day, obviously. But where are they pulling some of the drama from? It's from Jim Craig and the fact that his mother was no longer there and his father was insanely depressed. So they leaned into that. And then you have other stories where they had old clips. I forget which player it was, but an old clip of their dad, gearing up to fucking watch the tournament at home with a bunch of people and stuff like that. It's cool to see because it didn't feel like after these guys have been telling this fucking story for 45 years, I don't think they were asked enough about what they were on this particular doc, and they got something out of it. It wasn't the whole story, but it definitely drew some emotion from it. And yeah, unless you're a heartless piece of shit, some of the parts are going to get you a little bit, but it's also you're gonna also walk away and feel somehow prideful about a tournament that most of our listeners and none of us on this podcast were old enough to fucking remember, or alive to remember.
Yeah,
I'm old as dick, and I'm still not old enough to have witness that.
That's older than Dick.
It's older than Dick.
It's older than my dick.
One of the things that I really loved about the way they did this too was it pushed the contrast. If you already knew the story and you've ever seen anything from the Russian angle, the Russians were not taking this game very seriously. They're the first ones to admit they partied the night before. They just beat this team 10-2 less than 2 weeks before. It's I'm not saying they never lost over 4 years, but when they did, it wasn't to a bunch of fucking college kids.
No.
Like, this wasn't even supposed to be a game.
They were a professional team.
They were, but technically they weren't paid for their work, so they still got to play in the game because it was a communist country.
Well, yeah, they weren't paid to play hockey. They were soldiers, and that was their
job was to play hockey. Yeah. But what I found really great about it is the contrast that gets brought up between this team that they don't really go into the Russian side that much, but the side that really was taking all of this for granted, and then the other side that Herb Brooks, for 8 months, mentally and physically abused.
Yeah. Literally abused.
That's not a misuse of the word abuse. Like, this was levels that don't exist today when training for sports.
It wouldn't happen.
Would not happen.
No, you'd be on your ass in a hot second.
Immediately. But he made sure that this team was fully aware that if they did not give every ounce of what they had, they would regret it the rest of their life, like he had been regretting it for 20 years. And so you had a team coming in that knew they had no chance, but because of what they went through for 8 months, no matter what happened, and they did do a good job of this in the documentary, talking about they get on the ice with the Swedes or the Finns or the Czechs or the Russians, and immediately they're reminded these guys are way fucking better than us. Mm-hmm. And yet the legs still moved.
Yeah.
Because they had just been broken down and rebuilt for exactly this.
Yeah.
And Herb did an incredible job, and he sacrificed a lot to do this, to make sure that when this team was faced with the harsh reality that they didn't have a fucking chance in these games, their bodies kept moving and they kept playing the structure. They didn't take anything for granted. It's an incredible story. Sorry, I really could just do an hour on this.
And honestly, we probably could have just held this off for next week when we have nothing else to talk about. But like some of like this stuff that you hear from Herb Brooks, you already had an idea of, like, he did not take any time to enjoy this as it was happening, and that was reflected in the fact that after they won and beat Russia, he disappeared. After they won the championship, he disappeared. He just went back to the locker room. There was no celebration. And his, I believe it was his son who said it. At the end of his life, he's looking back and just knowing, like, I never built close relationships with any of these players. And there's a whole element of that experience that he refused to allow himself to enjoy.
Yeah.
His life's work. And he couldn't enjoy it and took that shit to the grave. But it just, before we go and talk too much about it, I just want to say, like, I've seen other documentaries or other programs or whatever about the story. I think that this was one of the best, if not the best, to do it from the U.S. perspective. I think it's right there with Red Army and Russian 5, which covered the Russian side of things.
Yeah. I have the
just
books.
Fantastic
I have
fucking
the books.
docs.
I have the books about the Russian 5.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like, it's a fascinating fucking story because it's more than hockey. It's literally, I mean, for us, it's U.S. history, but also it's just sports history.
History. Yeah.
So anybody who hasn't watched it, go watch it. Ian, I'm right there with you. I watch Miracle way too fucking much.
Well, the last thing I will say about it, by the way, though, is so I watched it with Tiffany, and she mentioned at the beginning, she's like, wow, they're really talking up how much of an effect they have on the country.
Yeah.
And Tiffany knows this period of the country's history, too. So she was just making kind of an off-cuff, like, she understands all of it. But I kind of tuned into the whole, like, I get where you could see what hear what they're saying and watch them and be like, wow, these guys are really, like, blustering up what their effect was. None of this actually came from the players, because the players were receiving thousands of letters of regular people telling them that it meant this much to them.
Yep.
Like, they weren't bragging. This was literally what was happening.
And also, I think contributing is the fact, like, the setting of where they were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lake Placid is not that interesting of a place. It's pretty. It's tiny. The arena is kind of shit. Like it was new in the day, but it's like, it's
Oh
not
my
like
God. It's all lining up.
It's all happening again, guys. Italy is winning the gold medal this year. There's no way around it. How do you say miracle in Italian?
There's nothing I can say that doesn't sound profoundly racist.
But yeah, go watch it. All right. What else we got?
Do you guys want to comment on some more ref puck here? What the fuck was Sandis Villamus not getting called for?
All right. So that's the last thing I wanted to, like, I don't care about the refs calling the games, et cetera, but this is a totally different topic than reffing the games. This is an atrocious fucking misfire, and it wasn't corrected in after fact.
2 minutes for an illegal check to the head. It feels like that should have a higher baseline.
A higher baseline. Also, in the instance when you see a player is down like that and holding his head, you call 5.
Call the major.
No matter what, you
it.
just call it, because then you can't get it wrong. You're going to review it, and you're like, if it's a major, you got it right off the rip. If it's just a minor and you want to pull it back, you have the ability to get it right. But when you just call it a fucking 2-minute minor, you are limiting yourself to how right you can be, and they still got it fucking wrong.
Yep.
What
By the
happened
way,
today?
Nothing, actually.
Fucking nothing.
We're shocked.
And are we? No, we're not shocked, obviously. But like, do you think it has? Like, the only thing I can think of is they're looking at it like Matt came back out in the game.
I think they're looking at it. Actually, I think there's 2 prongs here. Matt came back out, and was it Villamus?
Vilmanis, but I don't think I'm saying it correctly.
Okay, Matt came back out, and Vilmanis didn't play for the rest of the game.
This is my favorite thing. He's playing tonight.
Oh,
He's playing tonight for Florida, but all the people who were like, "Oh, he's just pussing out and he's hiding from the big bad Bruins," a little validity might be.
Yeah, now it's.
So here's what I think happened, and I think there's credence to this now, where he made the hit, he's in the box, Tanner Jeannot destroys AJ Greer.
Yeah.
And Paul
Which is
Maurice
not easy
goes,
to do.
No, it's not. And Paul Maurice goes, all right, kid, lower body injury.
Yeah.
Get out. Leave. I'm protecting you.
Do you know what that lower body injury was?
Any?
His nuts went missing.
Nuts went missing.
I believe that is the medical term.
Did you guys get the sense that when the Jeannot fight was happening, this Bruins team was kind of making a statement of, we've been pushed around the past couple of years. We are not the same team. We're very much the same team that can get goaded into like bad penalties and dumb plays. Like I have a hard time seeing us win a cup just for that reason alone.
Yeah.
But the Panthers were not getting away with anything. They were getting away with anything with a bunch from the refs, but like they were not getting away with anything along the boards or any actual play. Bennett was getting wailed on all night.
Mm-hmm. And then you have guys like Patra fucking just being Patra, Huznadinov.
Huznadinov was great in that game.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
Huznadinov was great in that game. Great. Outside the Belinskas goal, that was very largely his fault on the PK.
Mm-hmm. Huznadinov has been great most games this year. Yeah. He could be 2020 by the end of the year, which is wow. But like this team, when they're aggressive, I think Sturm still hasn't found the balance of continue to play the game of how we can be successful, which is, as I called at the beginning of the year, and it's still true, they win when they play this way. 60 minutes of hell. Swarming. Mm-hmm. Like this swarming.
But that also lends itself to, if you play like hell, you're going to take some fucking dumb penalties at a certain point. And then I think that game was a mixture of being overly emotional in that game and just being sloppy. That's we're going to bring this back to Sturm. When the lead gets cut to 5-3, just burn the fucking timeout. Just reset.
Even if you don't say anything, even if you just stare at them.
Yep.
Which we see coaches do that all the time.
What do you say at that point? Boys, we are not doing this shit.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
Yep. Yep. But coaches do that all the time where if their team's under siege, they call a timeout and you just see them standing there for 30 seconds.
Yep.
Because they know why the players know why this timeout's being called.
Yep. Smell some salts. Chill out, bro.
Exactly. Smell some salts, get back out there.
It's just a frustrating way to go into a 3-week fucking break.
It is a little frustrating, even though like the result on aggregate is what we expected. Mm-hmm. The results within that aggregate are frustrating.
Well, I mean, you didn't expect to win the Tampa game, but you should have. Mm-hmm. You kind of expected to win the Florida game. You probably shouldn't have, but you got a point out of it. Ultimately, we got what we wanted out of it, but it's still 2 losses.
Yes.
Like, that's just how it shakes out. And you lost to 2 teams that are going to be in the fucking playoffs. Florida will.
You think Florida's going to make it?
There's a chance. I mean, if they start turning it on right now. Ian, you said it on your the YouTube channel. They are
comment, subscribe.
They nailed it. They are the most dangerous, desperate team, I think, is what you said, right?
They said, they are something along the lines of that. They're like the most desperate,
desperate team.
Yeah, they're the most talented, desperate team.
Yes. So, and that right there, to me, they're a dangerous team. Yep. They can rip off 7 wins. They could also fucking squash somebody. They have the fucking ability. They have the talent. Like, they're loaded. They just need to get a little bit more healthy and turn it on. I think they sneak into the playoffs, and once they get to the playoffs, it's a fucking tournament, boys. Like, records don't matter anymore.
Yep. They'll be that kind of 8th seed that you hated to see a couple of years ago. You hate to see now. Like, there are certain 8th seeds that spend the whole year injured, and then they come in, and you're like, that's not a real fucking 8th seed, though. That's a 2 seed at worst.
Well, if the Bruins are the 8th seed, that's probably a lot more appetizing a challenge for whoever's the 1st seed.
Yes. Yeah, I would say so. The math is going to start getting really hard for Florida in particular because they have a bunch of teams that can pass.
It's getting late early for them right now.
Well, it's getting late right now. Like, literally as we're doing this, they're in the 3rd period and they're down 4-0 to Tampa.
Yeah. And let's remember that there are decisions that have to get made by March 6th.
Yeah.
Like, front offices have to decide whether they're really committing to the year or not. It's not like Florida has nothing they could do to prepare for next year if they say goodbye to this one. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with the Bruins. The Bruins have to convince over the next couple of games that they'll have late February, early March. They'll have to convince Sweeney and Cam that, like, hey, invest in us. We deserve it. We've worked hard. We're in a playoff spot. We're making a push.
Yep. Yep. The best thing about this 3-week break, ostensibly 21 days, is that they're guaranteed to end February in a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We didn't think we'd be there.
When the roster unfreezes, do you think we see a bunch of deals that were made through the Olympic break, or do you think we still wait to the deadline?
I thought we were going to see a bunch of deals before this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. I think GMs are so fucking hardwired that they're going to use the trade deadline like normal. And we're not going to see a bunch of these trades until like a day or two before.
Yeah.
The fact that we only saw 2 trades before this freeze tells me that GMs are very simple creatures.
Particularly one specific general manager.
Are we talking about Doug Armstrong trading Nick Bukestad to the Devils?
No, we're not.
Okay. Are we talking about Artemi Panarin getting traded to the Kings?
I might be talking about that.
Okay. All love to your mother-in-law, Thomas.
Yeah, it's getting spicy in here.
Shut up. If she wants to run the GM out on out on a rail car here, I'll help her.
Yeah,
and I'm not even a Rangers
She knows
fan.
he's a fucking idiot, and she's known he's a fucking idiot.
Hey, I'm so down to call him an idiot. Can someone explain to me why this wasn't one of those? Like, why aren't they getting the grace that like the Taylor Hall trade got, and the Marchand? Well, the Marchand trade didn't get any grace, but
because the Taylor Hall trade, because he hasn't built up the cachet to get that grace.
Well, but he decided where he was going,
and so did Marchand.
That doesn't. Yeah, no, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, Ian. The thing with Drury, though, is that he has spent the calendar year, and it started when he waved Barclay Goodrow out from under him and completely just blew up that room and continued with the Trouba stuff, sold Susie for a song, and now this trade. Artemi Panarin for Liam Greentree, a prospect who may or may not turn into anything, a 2026 third that becomes a second if the Kings win a playoff run. If the Kings win the playoff run, it turns into a second. So it's a 2026 third and a conditional 2028 fourth round pick.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a culmination of Drury's last, I would say, year and a half.
Okay. So you're judging on that. The trade alone, I'm like, well, that's not enough. But also, it's a rental for a guy who decided where he was going to play.
It's not a rental. He signed a 2-year extension.
Okay, fine. He then went over there. But, like, still, again, the guy decided, like, I'm only really going to extend there. I'm only going to play there. You don't get a lot of value out of those trades. And Liam Greentree, for what it's worth, is one of their best prospects.
I think the Bruins did better with the Marchand trade.
It just depends on how you feel about Greentree at that point. Because Greentree was a late first-round pick, and he was picked right after Dean Letourneau, and I'm hoping he doesn't work out so that like people can get off my dick about, well, they shouldn't have chose Letourneau over Greentree. But
Greentree's not going to be that good.
He doesn't look that good. He doesn't. And so I've kind of...
He's slow.
I didn't like his skating during the draft, and everyone was screaming at me about his scoring ability, and I was like, but he can't skate.
Well, you want to know... I mean, he had 116 points in his draft year in the OHL.
Pretty good.
It was draft plus 1 year, excuse me, in the OHL.
Still pretty good.
He has 48 points this year in 40 games. In his draft plus 2 year in the OHL.
That's not great.
That's a terrible sign.
Yeah.
That's a terrible, terrible sign.
It can get turned around. Mm-hmm. Like they can fix him and make him a serviceable player, but I don't trust their organization and their farm system because they have they are not developing scorers like that.
No, and they're too worried about writing letters.
Yeah. Well, and I think the letter fucking hurt him.
Yeah,
sure
it was
did.
dumb. That was dumb.
You
sure
write a letter
did.
and you're saying, I feel pressure to let go of certain players. And at that point, like you're making that phone call to LA and saying, this is the only place he wants to go. And they know it. Where if you didn't write that letter, you could call him and be like, hey, we're taking some phone calls on him. He has named you guys as one of the teams he's willing to move or waive this no movement clause. What do you got? Mm-hmm. But he let go of any of the chips that he fucking held. I can't stand the pissing and moaning back to the fan base, or I guess coddling the fan base.
We're
to save your own fucking job.
I do hate the I'm sorry, this job is really hard. I'm like, no, you're just bad at it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make trades, you guys. Fuck off.
Do the Sabres write letters?
God, if there's one fan base I would forgive for it too, damn.
Good, honestly, like them being in a playoff spot right now is fucking awesome.
Them being in a playoff spot right now is fucking awesome. You know what's actually really funny? Do you think Kevin Adams feels any sort of vindication right now? Because Jorma hasn't done dick since he's come there. Everything that's happening, we're happening with players and coaches that Kevin Adams acquired.
Yep. Honestly, I don't know. That's just kind of a funny situation, especially because Kevin Adams kept saying before he got fired, we're going to turn it around. This is the right group of players.
Yeah.
He kept saying like we're about to turn, and well, just a little too late.
Yeah.
Kekalainen's going to get to take credit for this if they make the playoffs.
I believe that's a classic good for him.
That is a classic good for him.
Andrew, when's the last year that the Sabres made the playoffs?
That was 14 seasons ago. That's 2000. That's 2011. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys and your math tonight, you're really you're crushing it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. We're stacking.
I don't want to dissect the Bukestad trade, but I really like that for the Devils.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And Bordelot is kind of a flailing prospect. He was great in Michigan. What happened to him, Thomas?
Michigan.
It's once you leave Michigan, you're either a superstar or you don't exist.
You're Johnny Beecher.
Yeah.
Who's the last superstar to come out of Michigan, actually? And that's not me being a dick. I really don't pay attention to where people go to school.
Probably Larkin.
Oh, and he is pretty filthy.
Yeah.
He's nasty.
Yeah.
Not a winning
He was also
player,
on the
but
diving
filthy.
team.
Nice.
Patra is going to get so many accusations of being a diver. I'm like, no, he just really struggles to stay on his feet.
Yeah.
Like, it's not on purpose,
No,
I
he's
promise.
just a
I don't know. I
bitch,
think that
guys.
tripping call in the Tampa game was a pretty good dive.
Yeah.
I literally think he lost his footing. Like, he's small. He's little. He's just little. No.
Thoughts on Gavin McKenna?
Am I a bad person if when I saw Gavin McKenna charged with assault, I went, please be a guy.
Yeah.
Just please be a man.
You texted. That. Was it actually Thomas? Was it you or was it Ian that texted?
Ian
That?
It was
said it,
me.
but honestly,
Okay.
I had the same thought because when I saw that there was an assault charge, that's unfortunately that's where your mind goes.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's
So
gonna
bad.
be. It's like,
Oh my
wow,
God.
But also-
he got fucking arrested. So like this is like a clear case of whatever he's being accused of. And then when you find out that he broke a dude's jaw at a bar, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
tell me more.
18. Like that. No, I know it's bad and it's wrong. I'm not forgiving it, but like, first of all, we have always on this podcast talked about the NHL is a privilege, not a right.
Yep.
This is a mistake an 18-year-old man makes sometimes. He gets too drunk and he fights somebody.
I don't think it was a situation where he was drunk. I think the guy who he punched in the face was being a drunk piece of shit, saying shit about McKenna's mom, and McKenna had enough. Apparently, he tried to walk away multiple times, tried to separate himself from.
Oh
it,
my
and
God,
finally,
really?
And finally, was just like, I'm fucking done with this, and laid the dude out, broke his jaw in 3 fucking places.
Well,
Guess what? Draft him.
Draft him. Yeah,
Let him fall.
I move him up. I
I'll
move him
take
up
him.
my draft board.
the tape apparently shows the guy who got punched waiting for him outside of the bar. McKenna walks out and the guy approaches him. McKenna hits him twice, knocks him out.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Bruin already.
Yeah.
I just look. He's an 8. Is he even 18? I don't know how old.
18, yes.
He's 18. Are we gonna act like none of us have been in this scenario? Like, come on. I have drunkenly fought people before. I have been the sober one and I fought a drunk person before.
Yeah.
You're also not Canadian
Yeah.
and have visas to worry about.
By the way, he
True.
just turned 18, and Google has him at 165 pounds.
He put every ounce of that 165 pounds into that shot.
Yeah.
Professional athletes are quick, man. Speed kills. Look, I'm just not going to be critical of this. I'm just not going to be. This is a mistake an 18-year-old makes. I'm fine.
What do you think happens? Because he caught
Nothing.
4 charges.
Yeah,
Felony
he's-
aggravated assault, causing injury with extreme indifference, which is a pretty serious charge. It means that causing injury with extreme indifference basically means I don't care if this guy lives or dies. I made an action that shows that I don't care if this man lives or dies in front of me. Disorderly conduct and obviously harassment. The
You would
last
know.
two
You
are
work
whatever.
in this field. Like, this is your stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happens?
I think he could be in trouble. The fact that he is not from this country, considering our climate, could be a swing toward away from him in that regard.
Okay.
But honestly, I think when it's all said and done, this is going to follow him for a bit. But I don't think it's going to affect his career.
Well, that's the thing. So Ian, you're saying like your initial reaction was like, please have a
don't be something vile.
Like don't be something that is in like you can't forgive. But if the story comes out, like if the story is true that he was just being fucking targeted because of who he was, and they're saying his mom's a fucking whore or whatever was being said, there's not a hockey fan out there who wouldn't be like, you know what, good for him. Because then at that point, you can't if you can't support a guy standing up for his mom or standing up for him fucking self, then you're watching the wrong
there's
sport
definitely going to be some leniency.
because pro hockey is full of fights. I forget who it was. Somebody posted something. Their parents were on vacation, and they were watching in somewhere in like the Virgin Islands or some shit. They're watching the Bruins game, and there's fights. And people who have never watched hockey before just like thought it was fucking wild that the goalie could come out, have a fist fight, and then just go back in the game. And it's like in any other sport, you're just arrested or you're banned from the fucking sport for the rest of the year. Yeah. In hockey, it's just like somebody else is going to sit down for you. Get your ass back in the game. That's what hockey is. So the idea that there's a bar fight for an 18-year-old, if he got his ass kicked, I feel like it would be worse off for him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he would get so much shit from, like, hockey fans, like the bros.
You think the fact that apparently McKenna was not drinking, he was stone cold sober.
I mean, if he was drinking, that's a totally different story because he's 18 years old.
Of course.
But if he's stone cold sober and just laid somebody out who is just being a drunk piece of shit, I don't give a fuck. He's going to get some fines. Maybe he'll get some community service. I don't think he's going to serve any sort of fucking actual time or whatever. Even no, I don't think so either. I think the charges are going to get reduced at some point or whatever the case is, and not just because of his status, and not just because of him being an athlete or whatever. It's just because that's what I feel is going to happen if what I'm reading is what actually happened.
Yeah, because all we know is what's been reported, right?
He didn't pull a knife. He didn't fucking sexually assault somebody. He punched a drunk idiot in the face that was waiting for him outside when he was leaving with his family. Mm-hmm. Fuck that idiot. It's the same. I feel just as bad for the idiot who just got his jaw broken as the moron who fell off the fucking balcony at the fucking Pirates game and broke his back.
Oof. Yeah. Also, not for nothing, this is... He is a young potential superstar athlete.
Yep.
How often do we see them in worse situations where they
still get a chance?
They get to do whatever they want.
I think he's definitely going to get some community service.
For sure. He's going to get fined big time.
He might, depending on how much face Penn State feels like they need to save, he might have just played his last game in Penn State.
I mean, he probably was pretty damn close to playing his last game anyways. Like, season's winding down, boys.
Yep. Oh my God, yeah, we're in the nitty gritty now.
Yeah, for college hockey, we're just about wrapped.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to probably be the extent of what happens. He gets a fine, he gets some community service, and maybe Penn State quote unquote suspends him.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to be about it. He won't be in jail, and I don't think a GM's going to look at him and take him off his board. Maybe a couple, but I don't think the Vancouver Canucks, for example, are going to look at this story and be like, "We can't have that on our team." So,
yeah, no, I think I would be happy to have McKenna on the Bruins still.
Did you guys watch the outdoor game?
What if he drops all the way to 6? And he falls right in our lap.
What if?
Did you guys catch the outdoor game that they played against Michigan State?
I did not.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He had a goal and 2 assists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's good. He's really fucking good.
Very fucking good. He's a top 5 pick, period.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck whose jaw he's breaking.
Especially when it's that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately what it is. I'm not kidding. Nobody listening to this probably thinks I'm just condoning violence, but you talk shit,
you get hit.
Eat your teeth.
Yeah, especially about my fucking mother. I don't even like my mom, and I'm still gonna fight you. Like, how dare you?
Especially about your mother, who's like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, she was present?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
he was with family.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was disregarding this man's life. I would have too.
This
Yes,
wasn't
correct.
Ian, this wasn't a situation where he was just like out with his bros. He was
No, he
having
was-
dinner with his family.
Yeah,
Would have killed
And
somebody.
like that's what I'm saying, dude.
I would have done so much worse. And, well, I have. I don't know. Maybe I'm too forgiving of it because of my past situations. But, I mean, I grew up in Massachusetts, in, like, East Bumfuck of Massachusetts. Sorry, West Bumfuck of Massachusetts. You get into shit. And I don't know. It's different when you have the spotlight on you and everything. But I just... It's a bar fight. And some asshole got his teeth kicked in because he was being an asshole.
Yep.
no, there's going to be some consequences, but not enough that's going to affect his career. I don't think.
And shouldn't, I think, at least.
Do you know where Gavin McKenna's from?
British Columbia, right?
Whitehorse, Yukon.
Huh.
Oh,
That's some Yukon shit that he did right there.
yeah.
It's just, I don't know what else to say.
We're not a province. We're a territory. Get it
Yeah.
right.
Also, I mean, and honestly, fuck Penn State. Not a Penn State guy at all. But
Yeah.
he's a grown man now, and he did some grown man shit. He's gonna pay some grown man consequences. He's gonna get drafted, and he's gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna give a fuck when it comes to this.
No one's going to care.
Nope.
Hell, I think
What
he may
else
have
we
gone
got?
up some draft boards. I think you said that.
Yep. I mean, honestly, like the casuals who don't pay attention to the draft or don't watch college hockey, they know his name now.
Yep. Yep. He
What
shattered
else we
him.
got? Any further whipping it out?
I think that's it, guys. I was gonna just say, let's do predictions, but wait, we have none for the next 3 weeks.
No predictions. I predict. I mean, we just kind of made some predictions. Gavin McKenna, what he's going to get. That's
All right, put that on the prediction board.
Put it on the board. We'll circle back in about 8 months.
Yep, exactly.
R.I.P. Barry Trotz. He didn't die, but his career did.
I forgot about that. Oh man. Yeah.
No issues with it. It sounds like he's doing it for personal reasons. He's doing it probably to save face a little bit. The team's been better lately, I guess. I don't know. It's a mess down there.
It kind of feels like the Trotz thing kind of feels like the Peter principle.
Yeah.
Do you go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. Just it's very Phil Jackson-y. Very. This guy was successful as a coach. Surely he's successful as an executive. Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, but I mean, he is the Predators. Like
he should have come back to coaching.
Probably, but I don't think it's what he wanted, and I don't even know if he really wanted a front office job. I don't know if that's what he was vying for. But
What do you
like
think he was vying for in that?
I don't know. I don't. It might have just been a situation, a circumstance, and he's like, I can do that job. Like, I want to be back involved with the organization. I can take the
Fair.
big job. Just thinking, it's like, okay, we have a decent, because he did inherit a decent team. It had its problems, but problems are, you got to make a couple moves and see what you can do. But it didn't work out, and I don't think he has anything left to prove. And I think he's getting out in just enough time where he's still going to be considered an important person for that organization, whether it's as an ambassador or just a memory, like whatever the case is. But it's
Is he
nice
a
when
hockey Hall of Famer?
I think he can be. I don't know if it's like a first ballot situation, but as a fan of sports teams in this part of the country, we may not really have a good grasp on what means first ballot. But yeah, you would like to see more of the old boys step away when it's time, right? So good for him in that aspect.
I will, and this is an old boy in a different sense, but like to that point, I'll be forever grateful that I never had to watch Bergeron decline.
Yes.
He was elite until the day he hung him up. And
Yep.
I am sad to obviously not get to watch him longer, but it is nice to never have to watch your favorite player be bad at the sport.
Closest thing to declining was just he could not stay healthy. He just was getting banged the fuck up. And what
Those
did he
groin
do?
issues, man.
What did he do though? He played through every goddamn one. Best to ever do it. Like watching the Chara thing, there's a little bit of emotion there. I'm gonna fucking struggle watching the Bergeron thing in the same way as I struggled watching the Dustin Pedroia retirement.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I know he had more to give. I know he did.
Chara had emotion to it. Yep, exactly. But Bergeron was my favorite.
Bergeron made me fall back in love with hockey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing I could like. I can't give a man or a player specifically any more of a compliment than that.
He's so perfect. Oh my god. Still.
Genuinely. So no predictions. So you want to hit some voicemails?
Let's get him.
Dear Gary Bettman, lick my fucking asshole from the fucking taint up. You fucking asshole. Holy shit. I have never seen a worse officiated game in my entire fucking life. Really fucking left a sour taste in my fucking mouth. I know you guys aren't Gary Bettman. Hi. Good morning. All that happy horse shit. How the fuck do you have a player holding the puck for approximately 15 seconds going in transition in overtime with the arm up of the official and then decide suddenly because they scored, no goal, penalty on the play. Also, that fucking slash was soft as baby shit. Fuck the Bolts. Fuck these refs. God fucking damn it. Check their phones. Go Bees.
Go Bees.
Go Bees. To be fair, I did hear that whistle as they crossed the center line.
I did hear that whistle too, but shit like that is how Tim Donaghy's get started. Like,
Here's another one.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Adam from Western Mass. Quick question. I was in the military for like forever, and so I just started re-following as an adult, like hardcore every game, podcast, this and third. I'm a psychopath like everybody here. But quick question. Is this normal for lines to be tinkered with this much, this far into the season? Providing, injuries and shit like that, I totally understand, but is this normal? This amount of line tweaking? Anyway, thanks guys. Stay warm out there. Go Bees.
Go Bees.
Go Bees.
Thanks for calling,
Adam, may I introduce you to a coach named Jim Montgomery?
Yeah.
I will say across the league, the last 7 or 8 years, I feel like it's become very normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It is not normal for the lines to always hit. And I would give Sturm some credit because his lines do typically work.
Yeah. I honestly can't believe how well he is, how good he is at like
in-game management.
In-game management of the lines.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing. Not clock management.
Not clock management. Not your goalies. Not but the actual management. Middlestat gets switched out to PP1 and scores immediately, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, I know that's a little bit of luck, but every time he does it, it fucking works.
It works almost every fucking time. 60% of the time, it works every time. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll wrap this up.
Hello, Short Shift. All right, 2 things. 1, who are these teams that give full no-move clauses in the final year of a contract and then have zero leverage if the player isn't going to resign? We saw this with Marner last year. We saw it with Panarin this week. Leafs and Rangers got peanuts because the players had full control. Give Sweeney credit. By the last year of most contracts, the no-move is something like a 10 or 14 team no-trade clause, so we still have options. Number 2, I would like to formally report last night's uniform matchup to the Department of Player Safety because, wow, was that heinous. And yeah, I know player safety isn't going to do anything because it's not my first day. I really look forward to reading their justification. Anyway, that's all I got. Enjoy the Olympics and go Bees.
Go Bees. Great call.
Great call. But I will mention, as you guys would guess, I have one of those jerseys on the way.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna buy like with a. I know. I wasn't gonna buy one of the premiums or a name or anything like that. I got they put the replica blanks on sale, and I was like, you know what? Good enough for me. I'll get it sent out for a name and a number when I feel confident about it. It might be a cursed fucking jersey. Who knows?
If the first thing that you do with that jersey, if it's not a skit of you unwrapping it, putting it on, and then immediately the camera pans over to Tiff and she's cracking a belt, that's the only way I'll accept that jersey to make an appearance in your videos.
Fuck, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or you open it, you put it on, pan to Tiffany, she throws the engagement ring at you.
That'd be tough, honestly.
That would hurt. That would hurt feelings, but I think the belt would work.
The belt would work for a lot of reasons.
Shut up.
It's like, is it the jersey? Yeah, it's the jersey.
I love how many people were like, Ian's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Do you think that's
There's a reason you couldn't
goes?
see the crotch of your shorts during that whole thing.
I turned myself in a very specific fashion. People talking about the belt. The belt was 6 years ago. We've moved far past that.
Oh my god. I learned.
Just be glad the belt wasn't around your neck in that moment.
Yeah, right? That's how I'm probably going to go, and I'll die with a smile on my face.
Yes, the old David Carradine. Good job.
Yeah. Who's your favorite non-U.S. nation to root for in the Olympics?
It's Sweden.
That's
Sweden?
Latvia.
Latvia. Yeah, I'm with Latvia just because of the Latmels, but
That's fine. I don't even know if they're playing each other.
they're going to get Latvia's going to get demolished in the group stages, I think, because I'm pretty sure the U.S. and Latvia are in the same group stage, along with there's another really good team in that group.
No, they're gonna get mollywopped. But I do hope that Dan's gives hospital passes to Vilmanis, just hospital passes all day.
You know he doesn't do that though.
Yeah.
No, he should though.
He should, but he doesn't. God, I love that kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's been so good in
Latvia,
voting.
United States, February 12th.
Oh yeah.
So right off the rip.
Excellent.
Oh, and then the next night is Sweden, Finland. Look, I'm not excited now because it's not here, but I know the second I fucking turn on the TV and I see international hockey, I'm gonna get fucking excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm so bitter about the entire landscape.
Yep.
Well, I just fed up with so much right now. That's tough to get excited about it.
Yep.
But
I'm
hey,
probably gonna
USA,
watch the Miracle
USA.
doc at least 3 more times before it happens, so that'll keep me up.
Hell yeah.
Well, speaking of the Olympics, shout out to Lindsey Vonn for who's apparently going to try to do her events on a torn ACL and a torn meniscus.
I literally don't even understand. A fucking animal. Just incredible.
She's going to die on the slopes. Like, she's going to die there. Like, and I think that's what she wants.
I don't even know what to say about it. What a beast. What a beast.
It's very much a cut me Mick situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, the Olympics needs good stories, and that's immediately one of them. So, I know you already mentioned curling. We already discussed curling on this fucking pod enough.
I got messages saying thanks for sticking up for it.
Yeah.
Yep, same.
Fucker.
Nobody came at me. Everybody's scared. Everybody's fucking scared.
I mean, you are a terrifying man.
Yeah, you are actually kind of intimidating.
Okay. Outside of hockey and curling, what are you most looking forward to?
Ooh.
Is there any other sport that you're like really looking forward to?
I don't know if I'm using... Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
I can never remember the name, but it's the one where you do like skiing and shooting. And like,
What is that called?
Isn't that
third
just
thing.
cross country? Isn't that the cross country?
Is that what they call
you do like you do a skiing thing, and then you do like it's like clay shooting, and then you do a third thing, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, you seem really excited about it.
No, it's that. I just can't remember the fucking name of it.
Yeah, that's some X Games shit.
This sounds like a
Yeah,
triathlon.
exactly.
I always like watching snowboarding, so I'm sure I'll watch a little
Speaking
bit
of
of
X
that.
Games shit.
Yeah, I want to see the half pipe competition. I don't think that's the right word for it, but like everyone knows what I mean when I say that.
Into that. I'll watch figure skating too.
Oh yeah, I love being wrong about figure skating. I never understand what I'm watching, but it looks sick. And then they're like, "Wow, that was a terrible routine." I'm like, "Oh, looks cool
like,
to me."
I'm sorry, like terrible routine or not, they're doing shit out on the ice that I could never fucking do.
Stand still. Honestly, I'd probably fuck that up right now.
Any closing thoughts?
Check out Low Quality Bruins Fan on YouTube.
USA, USA,
I'm not doing
USA.
it. I can't do it.
No, those are my closing thoughts. You can do whatever you want.
It's fucking Kachuk plays for that team, man.
You know, fine, go Latvia.
Yeah, there you go. And Florida did manage to make the score closer for a moment, but Tampa wins 6-1. So. Go Bees.
Oh.
Go Bees.
Go Bees.
Bye.